You often see entitled people flip back and forth between the two. Either they're on top of the world or the world is on top of them, depending on the particular day of the week or how well they are doing with their particular addiction at that moment. Most people correctly identify a person like Jimmy as a raging narcissist as heart. That's because he's quickly inclined in his delusional high self-regard. What most people don't correctly identify as its entitlement are those people who perpetually feel as though they are inferior and unworthy of this world because construing everything in life so as to make yourself out to constantly victimize requires just as much selfishness as the opposite. It takes just as much energy and delusional self-aggrandizement to maintain the view that one has insurmountable problems. That one has no problems at all. The truth is that there is no such thing as a personal problem. If you've got a problem, chances are billions of other people have had it in the past, have it now, or are going to have it in the future. Likely people you know too. That doesn't minimize the problem or mean that it isn't hurt. It doesn't mean you are legitimately a victim in some circumstances. You guys, I'm reading my book for today. You guys should go and read, or go and read. It just means that you are not special. Often, it's the realization that you and your problem are actually not privileged in their serenity or pain. That is the first and most important step towards solving them. But for some reason, it appears that more and more people, particularly young people, are forgetting this. Numerous professors and educators have noted a lack of emotional resilience and an excess of selfish demand in today's young people. It's not uncommon now for books to be removed from a class curriculum for no other reason than they made someone feel bad. Speakers and professors are shouted down and banned from campuses for infraction as simple as suggesting that maybe some Halloween costumes really aren't that offensive. School counselor notes that more students than ever are exhibiting severe signs of emotional distress over what are otherwise one of the main college experience, such as arguments with a roommate or getting a low grade in class. You guys are reading my book for today. Go and read your book. It is strange that in an age where we are more connected than ever, entitlement seems to be at an all-time high. Sometimes some things about recent technology seems to allow our insecurities to run amok like never before. The more freedom we are given to express ourselves, the more we want to be free of having to deal with anyone who may disagree with us or upset us. The more exposed we are to opposing viewpoints, the more we seem to get upset that those other viewpoints exist. The easier and more problem-free our life become, the more we seem to feel entitled for them to get even better. The benefits of the internet and social media are unquestionably fantastic in many ways. This is the best time in history to be alive. But perhaps technology are having some intended social side effects. Perhaps this same technology that have liberated and educated so many are simultaneously enabling people's sense of entitlement more than ever. That's just what I was talking about. Social media, yes, unquestionable, they are fantastic. Social media, internet, the World Wide Web, whatever I want to call it, is unquestionably fantastic. It has helped a lot of people, but it has also enabled a lot of people and also caused a lot of people to stop digging deep, to stop making research about things. People just say anything and the other people just believe. Now basically what we have is content creators and viewers. That's the most important thing now for us. It's either you're a content creator or you're a viewer. It's either you are viewing someone's content or you are making the content. This is the two things that matter right now, and it's not supposed to be so. It's not supposed to be so. I'm just so worried about the future, about what's going to happen in the nearest future, not even like further future, in the nearest future. I'm afraid. I'm afraid. The tyranny of exceptionalism. Most of us are pretty average at most things we do. Even if you are exceptional at one thing, chances are you are average or below average at most other things. Hi, Pitch Perfect. You're welcome. That's just the nature of life. To become truly great at something, you have to dedicate shit tons of time and energy to it. And because we all have limited time and energy, few of us ever become truly exceptional at more than one thing, if anything at all. We can then say that it is a statistically improbability that any single person will be an extraordinary performer in all areas of life, or even in many areas of life. We are not exceptional, we are just average people. And business people are often fuck ups in their personal life. Brilliant business people are often fuck ups in their personal life. Extraordinary athletes are often shallow and as dumb as a lobotomized rock. Many celebrities are probably just as clueless as life as the people who gone at them and follow their every move. I'm reading The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. That's the book I'm reading. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. We are all, for the most part, pretty average people, but it's the extremes that get all of the publicity. We kind of know this already, but we rarely think and or talk about it, and we certainly never discuss why this could be a problem. Having the internet, Google, Facebook, YouTube, and access to 500 plus channels of television is amazing, but our attention is limited. Nowadays, you see so many children, even adults, that have ADHD. Like, our attention span is fried. It's fried. Like, we can't even pay attention to a talk for 15 minutes. We can't pay attention to that. Anything that lasts more than, let me say, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, we start blanking out. There is no way we can process the tidal waves of information flowing past us constantly. Therefore, the only zeros and ones that break through and catch our attention are the truly exceptional piece of information, those in the 99th percentile. All day, every day, we are flooded with true extraordinary, the best of the best, the worst of the worst, the greatest physical feat, the funniest joke, the most upsetting news, the scariest threats non-stop. Our lives today are filled with information from the extreme of the bell curve of human experience, because in the media business, that's what gets eyeballs, and eyeballs bring dollars. That's the bottom line. Yet the vast majority of life resides in the humdrum middle. The vast majority of life is unextraordinary, indeed quite average. This flood of extreme information has conditioned us to believe that exceptionalism is the new normal. And because we are all quite average, most of the time. The deluded of exceptional information drives us to feel pretty insecure and desperate because clearly we are somehow not good enough. So more and more we feel the need to compensate through entitlement and addiction. We cope the only way we know how, either through self-aggrandizing or through other aggrandizing. This word is quite hard for me to pronounce. Some of us do this by cooking up get-rich-quick schemes. Others do it by taking off across the world to save starving babies in Africa. Others do this by excelling in school and winning awards. Others do it by shooting up a school. Others do it by trying to have sex with anything that talks and breathes. This ties in to the growing culture of entitlement that I talked about earlier. Millennials often get blamed for this cultural shift, but that is likely because millennials are the most plugged in and visible generation. In fact, the tendency towards entitlement is apparent all across society, and I believe it is linked to mass media driven exceptionalism. Everybody wants to be exceptional, but no, it's because of what we see online. It's because of what we believe, that since this person is exceptional, since this person can sing, since this person can dance, since this person can draw with his two hands, maybe I have an exceptional talent that is within me that I can do. You see somebody that doesn't know how to do anything on TikTok or on social media will just come online and start doing rubbish. Before you know it, people start giving that person platform, and that's how we start pushing rubbish throughout social media. That's how we start pushing unnecessary content, unnecessary content in social media. It doesn't make sense. I wonder, why do people give platforms to people that they don't even add value to your life, thereby making that person feel special, making that person feel special when that person is not special at all, making that person feel entitled. Because once the person becomes a celebrity, you start seeing different behaviors from that same person. It's something we need to look into. The problem is that the the passiveness of technology and mass marketing is screwing up a lot of people's expectations for themselves. The indonation of the exceptional makes people feel worse about themselves, makes them feel that they need to be more extreme, more radical, more self-assured to get noticed or even matter. When I was a young man, my insecurities around intimacy were exacerbated by all the ridiculous narrative of masculinity circulating throughout pop culture. And those same narratives are still circulating. To be a cool guy, you have to party like a rock star. To be respected, you have to be admired by women. Sex is the most valuable thing a man can attain, and it is worth sacrificing anything, including your own dignity, to get it. The constant stream of unrealistic media dogpiles onto our existence feelings of insecurity by overexposing us to the unrealistic standards we fail to live up to. Not only do we feel subjected to unsolvable problems, but we feel like loser because a simple Google search showed us 1,000 of people without those same problems. But you don't know if those people don't have that problem. Most of, as I always will say, social media is not real. Social media is not real. There's nothing on social media that is real. You understand? People edit things. They can post a lifestyle that they don't have. They can post something that they can never achieve in how many years to come, just for you to feel bad about yourself, just for you to feel less than. So you can continue following them, you can continue liking their post, you can continue being their fans. You understand? But that's just how social media works. You shouldn't use social media to judge or to balance your life, or to use it as a scale on if you are doing good in life or if you are not doing good in life. No, you can never use social media as a tool to judge yourself. You are who you are. You can never be another person, you understand? But if I'm not going to be special or extraordinary, what's the point? What's the point if you're not going to be special or extraordinary? You don't have to be. You can just be an average person and continue living your life. You don't have to be special. You understand? That saying that everybody is unique, everybody is unique. Yes, you might be unique because of one or two things that might differentiate you from another person, but that doesn't make you special in any way. You are still a grain of sand on this earth. You understand? If we move out into the space, we cannot see you anymore. You are nothing special. Tomorrow, if you're walking across the road, a car might hit you and you are gone. You are nothing special. Highest, your family might mourn you for how many months, and then they move on with their life. You are nothing special. You have to put that in your brain. Put it in your brain. You are nothing special. You are not special. You are not special. Once you put this into your brain, there's actually nothing a person can do to you that you will take so serious. There's nothing a person will do to you that will really affect you, because that thing that person did, it is like a mirror of how that person feels inside his or her mind. You understand? It's not you. The person is not dealing with, he is dealing with him or herself. You understand? It has become an accepted part of our culture today to believe that we are all destined to do something truly extraordinary. Celebrities say it, business tycoons say it, politicians say it, even Oprah say it, so it must be true. Each and every one of us can be extraordinary. We all deserve greatness. You're welcome. We all deserve greatness. The fact that this statement is inherently contradictory. After all, if everyone was extraordinary, then by definition, no one will be extraordinary. Is missed by most people. You got the statement. After all, if everyone were extraordinary, then by definition, no one will be extraordinary. That means if I say I'm extraordinary and this person is extraordinary, everybody in the world is unique, is special, is extra. That means there's really no weighing scale to check if this person is really extraordinary. That means everybody is extraordinary then. You understand? It doesn't make sense for everybody to be extraordinary. You cannot be extraordinary. You cannot be special. I cannot be special. The next person cannot be special. Everybody cannot be special. There are only a few people that can be special. So you have to put in your brain. Just put it. I'm not special. I really am not special. And if you put that kind of thing in your head, you will go far in this life. You will go far. The fact that, sorry, and instead of questioning what we actually deserve and don't deserve, we eat the message up and ask for more. You see, we just believe that because a celebrity say it or Oprah say it, that everybody is extraordinary. That means everybody is extraordinary. No, you need to question. You need to ask questions. You need to be curious. Ask questions. Being average has become the new standard of failure. You see, you being average doesn't mean you are a failure. There's this mindset that I want us to develop this year moving forward. Basically, you don't have to use anybody as your role model. You understand? You just have to be happy in this life. And basically, happiness is not being happy even when you are going through a tough time. You can be going through a tough time. When you come out of the tough time, you'll be happy that you finally solved this problem. You came out of it more stronger, with more knowledge on how to move forward. In this life, there's always problems to solve. In every stage of life that you are, there's always a problem to solve. So it's either you solve the problem and move on to the next, or you are there in that problem and you are claiming to be happy when you are not happy. You understand? The worst, the worst thing, the worst thing you can be is in the middle of the path, the middle of the bell curve. When a cultural standard of success is to be extraordinary, it then becomes better to be at the extreme low end of the bell curve than to be in the middle, because at least then you are still special and deserve attention. Many people choose this strategy to prove to everyone that they are the most miserable or the most oppressed or the most victimized. A lot of people are afraid to accept mediocrity because they believe that if they accept it, they will never achieve anything, never improve, and that their life won't matter. This sort of thinking is dangerous. Once you accept the premise that a life is worthwhile only if it is truly notable and great, then you basically accept the fact that most of the human population, including yourself, sucks and is worthless. And this mindset can quickly turn dangerous to both yourself and others. The rare people who do become truly exceptional at something do so not because they believe they are exceptional. On the contrary, they believe amazing. They become amazing and because they become amazing because they are obsessed with improvement. They become amazing because they are obsessed with improvement. Stems from an unerring belief that they are in fact not great at all. It's anti-entitlement. People who become great at something become great because they understand they are not already great. They are mediocre, they are average, and that they could be so much better. All of this, every person can be extraordinary and achieve greatness stuff, is basically just jerking off your ego. It is a message that tastes good going down, but in reality is nothing more than empty calories that makes you emotionally fat and bloated. The proverbial Big Mac for your heart and your brain. The ticket to emotional health, like that to physical health, comes from eating your vegetable. That is accepting bland and mundane truths of life. Truths such as your action actually don't matter that much in the grand scheme of things. As I said before, you are average, oh. You are not special. There's nothing special about you. What is that thing that is special about you? There's nothing special about you. On a grand scheme of things, you are nothing. You are nothing but a grain of sand. If we go out of space now, you cannot even see me from, let me say, in an airplane. You cannot see me from there. I'm nothing. I am nothing. We are all nothing. Grand scheme of things. And the vast majority of your life will be boring and not noteworthy, and that's okay. The vegetable course will taste bad at first, very bad. You will avoid accepting it, but once ingested, your body will wake up feeling more potent and more alive. After all, that constant pressure to be something amazing, to be the next big thing, will be lifted off your back. The stress and anxiety of always feeling inadequate and constantly needing to prove yourself will dissipate, and the knowledge and acceptance of your own mundane existence will actually free you to accomplish what you truly wish to accomplish without judgment or lofty expectation. You will have a growing appreciation for life's basic experience, the pleasures of simple friendship, creating something, helping a person in need, reading a book, laughing with someone you care about. Sounds boring, doesn't it? That's because these things are ordinary. But maybe they are ordinary for a reason, because they actually matter. That's all for today. 1 minute, guys. I'll be back. me off my video. I'll be back. Fireball. Yup, I am here. Yes. Huh? Yes. How many people do this? 2 people. So I finished reading the 10 pages I'm supposed to read for today. I'll be continuing tomorrow. If you would like to join, I'll be continuing from chapter 4 tomorrow. Yeah, this is the subtle art of not giving a fuck. And we are done. So what were you guys saying? You don't see the guy? You see the okay? You guys, I'm done for today. I finished reading. I'm doing a challenge. Hi, Rocket. I'm doing a challenge, a 75 days soft challenge. So I have to read every day for the 75 days. I'll be reading a book, a self-help book. So this is the one I chose for this month. Till I finish reading this one, I will find another one that I'm going to read. It's just to help me with my self-improvement, self-awareness. Understand? I need to be self-aware. It's just with basically what is going to help me with. I mean, on that one. Isn't there? Yeah. So the 75 days soft is to keep me consistent, because I've tried to lose weight a lot of times. I've tried, but I think this challenge will encourage me to be consistent. I'm also telling you guys this so that you can keep me accountable. If you see me make a post, you can ask me about my challenge if I'm still going on. I want you guys to keep me accountable. I want this year to be a year that I changed my mind, my body, my soul, my spirit, everything. I'm changing this year. Understand? I want to improve. Improvements is what we want. Improvement. So guys, that's going to be it for today. Basically done. See you guys tomorrow. Bye bye. Good night.